Coffee Noir. Let's dive right in, shall we? Start the game here and load in. At the beginning of the 20th century, for unexplained reasons, world's coffee consumption increased 20 times. This phenomenon, called coffee mania, reached its peak in the 1940s and caused a huge turmoil in the global economy. In effect, it changed the course of history.
2021 is ruled by coffee, and Neo-London goes crazy for it.
Drink coffee. Okay. All right, we got here. Ooh.
They say that in this job, only two cases matter. The one that breaks you, and the one that makes you. Makes you a real cop.
Okay. You're trying to become a real cop? What makes us? Left click to continue.
I'm Arthur Oliver, and I'm a private investigator. But I used to be a cop here in Neo-London.
I like how it's like floating around the
I quit
image.
10 years ago. I failed. I hope I'd never come back here.
Welcome back.
I read about Richard Kersey's disappearance in the papers on a train journey. Coffee tycoon vanishes. The front page headline of the Neo-London Espresso screamed,
Ah!
for many, Kersey was a wealthy celebrity buffoon, pure indie. They lost contracts and profits to him. They even lost their reputations as he dragged competitors through the courts.
Ruh-roh. Well, doesn't seem great.
Me, I lost a lot more to him. Catherine, my beloved, and his wife.
Wait, your wife or his wife?
10 years ago, Richard was involved in a spot of bother. He had a debt. Unfortunately for him, it was Kath who received the demands for payment.
It's not very nice.
Kersey happened to be abroad at the time, totally out of reach. She got scared and tried sorting it out herself, in cash. She asked me for help.
Aha.
I couldn't do it in my official capacity, but I took my gun and set up a sting. It ended tragically.
Well, why was she even there?
A few days ago, Henry called, Richard's older brother. He sounded down, just like me.
All right.
I know all about it, Arthur. You quit the force. You're still tormented by Kath's murder. Listen, Richard's daughter doesn't have to know anything about you two, nor Richard, but I'm begging you, help me find him.
All right. I will.
I'll give you a flat to live in, some cash and cover storage. You're a salesman. Just come, please.
Sounds like a good deal. Pays for rent.
So I'm in Neo-London again. The business with Catherine broke me. So maybe the case with Richard will be the one to make me a real cop again.
I want to be a real boy.
Richard's disappearance was big news. There was speculation about mafia involvement, either Italian or Yakuza. I think there might be something in that.
You think so, huh?
Little Clarabelle, Richard and Kath's daughter. The last time I saw her was at her mother's funeral. I wanted to comfort her. Now it looks like it's her who wants to comfort me.
She's all growed up.
She's so like her mother, especially her eyes. Can't forget watching the life draining out of Catherine's eyes.
Man, sometimes he really talks very quiet and faint. Trails off.
On the way to the
Like
hotel,
this.
Clarabelle told me her father might have been kidnapped by an angry competitor.
How could they?
It's a possibility. Kersey did all sorts of weird deals with even weirder people. Maybe one of them had enough of Richard's caprices.
What does that word mean?
Over the phone, Clarabelle confirmed what Henry had promised. There was a flat and a position as a salesperson in their family business. That was to make investigating easier.
All right.
Fair enough. Let it be. If that's what the investigation demands, I'll become the best damn salesperson in Neo-London.
Hey, language. Gonna get me
I'll help
demonetized.
Clarabelle with her business. I'll find Richard. I'll find your killer, Kath. I won't let you down twice. Promise.
All right. I swear every detective movie or game always has this vibe, like it's dark and dreary and I talk like this, and there's rain, and it's dark outside. Over the years, after the period of coffee mania, due to the rise in production in industry of fertilizers made from coffee, dregs and production phase waste has developed. Interesting. If I hold... I can... The coffee industry has become the most dynamically developed developing branch of the economy in the 20th century. Can't read today. It's unknown why the beverage's consumption rose so rapidly. Because it tastes
Dear
good?
Arthur, thank you again for agreeing to work on this case in such unusual circumstances. As I mentioned during our last meeting, Uncle Henry and I suspect that one of my father's business partners must be involved in his disappearance, or at least knows something about it. We believe it would be best to work undercover and meet them offering a delivery contract. It's also better that a private investigation will remain as a secret. Check out the instructions I've left you and look around in your office. After that, meet me at my cafe. See you soon. Clarabelle Kersey.
Check out the instructions. That sounds like tutorial time. Ah, I was right. Welcome to your office. This place is the command center of your company and the investigation you are conducting. From the office view, you can jump to all game sections and you have a preview of the main results such as cash, costs, and revenue. Here you'll find the main financial results this week. When you hover over a given result, you'll see its explanation. This information gives you an overview of your business situation. 50,000 GBP. I don't know what's GBP. Try to make the revenues higher than the cost. This will ensure a stable profit for your company. If you go bankrupt, spelled wrong, it's game over. In this menu, you have access to the main sections of the company. The last report and tutorial, you can always minimize this menu. You can also go to the main sections of the company by clicking on the elements of the office, if it's more convenient for you. You can check the list of required tasks on this board. During the gameplay, new tasks may appear on this board. Click to view the list. Your first task is to meet Clarabelle and sign a business contract. Okay. Click here to open Sales section. Sales section. In this section, you'll find information about available customers interested in your company's offer. They are also suspects in your investigation. Interesting, so I'm trying to sell stuff to crooks. In each chapter of the story, you'll find other customers here. Your goal is to meet with every customer and sign a coffee supply contract. Thanks to this, you'll... Oh, get it, hence the name of the game, Coffee Noir, duh. Thanks to this, you'll not only get funds to support your business, but you'll also get clues in your investigation. I'm saying duh to myself for not realizing that until just now. Each customer reports a demand for a specific brand of coffee with a certain level of quality. To be able to attend a meeting, you must start producing coffee that the customer wants to buy. During the meeting, you'll conduct a sales conversation and contract negotiations. I can't talk. It is worth getting to know the really can't talk. It is worth getting to know the customer beforehand. A handful of valuable information can be found by clicking this field. Aha. A general description will allow you to better prepare for negotiations. Each customer conducts a conversation in a different way. Pay attention to the characteristics. Try to capture the information that may be useful during the conversations. The meeting will only be possible if you have an appointment with the customer. Assign an employee to this task in the management section. Okay? When the appointment is arranged, you can go for... I can't make a phone call myself. You can go for it by clicking the button. Focus and don't do it lightly. If you end the meeting before signing a contract or your interlocutor, what does that mean? Ask you out. The next meeting will be possible in a week. Wait, I've tried it. What does interlocutor mean? Since you have classic standard coffee available in production, and this customer is interested in your offer, you can go to the meeting. Click the button below. Go for meeting. Clarabelle. We already talked, right? Tutorial. Business meetings. Much of the in-game conversations are business meetings where you offer your company's products and negotiate the price of deliveries. An interview with Clarabelle Kersey will help you better understand your tasks and summarize the collected information. Choose from available phrases to start a conversation. Okay, introduce yourself and compliment her on the cafe's decor. Ask for coffee and a piece of cake and get down to business. Customer's attitude, 50%. So we need to, like, we gotta butter them up. We gotta butter them up to get their attitude higher percentage. So butter them up. Give her compliments.
Hello, Miss Clarabelle. The cafe looks great. Really bright, cozy, homely.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Hello. Thanks. The decor was my father's work. He was very careful to create a friendly atmosphere. Please don't call me miss.
Why? Why not? Why not? Hey, why not?
Sorry, it's your hairstyle. You look so young, I couldn't help myself. But fine. First names only.
Great. Let's get down to business.
All right, continue. Should this go away? Ask about Clarabelle's childhood. Am I supposed to, like, click X on that? No, no. So that, okay, keep going. Ask about Clarabelle's childhood following her mother's death. That seems depressing.
I want to ask about your childhood. I know there are painful memories, but it's important for the case.
All right. I've had time to get some distance on it. How can I help?
Continue.
Tell me, how you coped after your mother's death.
Drugs!
Well, not too well. Dad hated talking about it. He worked a lot, went away a lot. And me? I remember lying there, crying. Mr. Pensy was with me.
Drugs
He
would have
took
worked
my
better.
temperature, brought me cups of tea. I was alone.
I'm joking. Don't do drugs, kids. Like any
Any
kids watch me.
friends?
Ha!
School psychologist?
I had this one friend, Amy. She came to cheer me up a couple of times, but I think I wore her out. I was incredibly shy as a child. The school psychologist sent me
child.
to a psychiatrist for medication. I was supposed to go there with an adult, but it never happened.
The way she said child was weird. As a child.
Why? Something changed. Something got better?
Yeah, you could say it was thanks to Mr. Van Haven.
Mr. Van Halen? I hear he makes music.
Hold on. I'll write this down. Who was it?
Joseph Van Haven, Dad's friend from college. He and his wife Amanda offered to take care of me, together with his housekeeper. I was to sleep
Scandal.
at my home, spend the day with them, mainly with Mrs. Fink, the housekeeper. Dad immediately agreed.
Okay. It's nice of him.
And you? Did you have any say in it?
Probably not.
I was a bit scared at first, but they were really nice. They were like my family. They still are.
Okay. Seems nice.
Thanks, Clarabelle. That's a lot of help. Can you give me a contact number for Van Haven and Fink? I'd like to ask them a few questions.
Sure, here you go.
Well, thank you. Her attitude has
Great.
not changed one
Who do you
bit
think I
this
should meet
whole time.
first?
Mr. Van Haven. Visit him posing as a sales rep. Sell him some coffee. He's a really nice guy and a good candidate for checking your abilities.
I just realized, let me zoom in real quick here. Powers of live zoom in. Her face is like moving. And that's actually like it's like a nice attention to detail, but it's also really like creepy and weird. It's like it's a very unique and different twist on the whole make them seem animated and moving as opposed to like a static image with occasional different like this picture and this picture just swapping. But it's also like just something eerie and disconcerting about it. It's fine though. Continue.
Investigative abilities?
Business and negotiating. Remember that you operate undercover and you must be credible. Only then will investigative skills come in handy.
Why is she like teaching me how to do my job? Oh my god. Questions. All right, you know what? There's a lot to do here, but yeah, I think we get a pretty good idea what the game is all about. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like that, please subscribe and check out some of my other stuff.